wins in the SEC. I think they did the Big 12. I'm sure they'll do the ACC pack here soon if they haven't already done it. Some of these were already in there, and you could have placed some of these bets. But right now, the SEC win totals have come out, or over-unders have come out. Let me project that. So per DraftKings in this specific one, here is what they have. Georgia over under 11.5 wins. Alabama over under 10.5 wins. Tennessee and LSU over under 9.5. Ole Miss, Arkansas, A&M at 7.5. South Carolina, Kentucky, Missouri, Mississippi State, Auburn at 6.5. Here's one that's really shocking. Florida at 5.5 and Vanderbilt at 3.5. You know what's interesting, man? And I know that a lot of people probably won't take a lot of stock into the over-unders that you see. I'm kind of with you. But they're not wrong a lot. I do like where LSU sits in that 9.5, and I do like the over there, to be real with you, for a full season. I don't think LSU got worse. Where did they get worse? Where did LSU get worse on this team? I cannot find it. So if LSU had 10 wins a season ago, why am I supposed to sit here and ask myself the general question of why do I think they're not going to get to 10 this year? They could start off hot and beat Florida State, which if they do that, guys, they're going to win. Not only are they going to win 10 games, they're going to more than likely win 10 games in the regular season before they even get to a bowl or playoff. You got some tough games in there. I'm not going to write off Alabama, but like I told you, Florida State scares me more than they do. I like where LSU sits. Now, some people can make the argument that LSU got worse at defensive back, and that's why you went after a guy like Trey Amos, who was at ULL, then now today transferred to Alabama. I thought LSU set in a good spot per what he had not only told us but our team, but it's what he said. He made a visit, and then, Alabama came in, and Nick Saban did what he had to do. But I just don't think LSU got worse at any position. I think they've gotten better at all three phases of the game. I know a lot of people are anxious about what's going to happen with special teams, but special teams don't worry me, man. Like, I think that they're going to get that fixed. Brian Kelly is too good and too smart to even remotely allow LSU to have another season being that bad in special teams. Because if he is, he's going to really hear it. I just don't think that they will be. You've gotten better along the offensive line. You've gotten better at receiver. You've gotten better at running back. Maybe you even add an addition at running back. Now you got some of these freshmen coming in. Holly has already been here. You got Shelton Sampson that's about to hit campus. You got Tyree Adams and Mason Lunsford and others that are about to hit campus, along with the big man and Lance Hurd. You got a lot of great pieces defensively that are coming in. Deshaun Womack's going to get cleared and start working out and things like that. And then here you sit. I think LSU got better at linebacker. I think LSU got better defensive line. Maybe you could make the argument safety is still a concern, DB maybe. But, guys, LSU last season was 32nd in the country in yards allowed through the air. That's not that bad. And they got some serious talent at corner if they could put it all together. Some serious talent at corner if they could put it all together. So LSU sits here at 9.5 wins. I do like that over. because I do think LSU is going to win the West. I could be wrong. But what has Alabama done? What has Trey Amos going to Alabama and committing to Alabama today does not even remotely change for me LSU winning the West. I think that you're the team to beat right now. There's nothing that this offseason that's happened this offseason that would make me think otherwise. Tyler Buckner and Tommy Rees don't scare me. They don't. Kevin Steele doesn't really scare me. Now, he's had some really good performances against LSU in the past. 2019 being the last time that he really took it to LSU. I think it's a good bet to go over. I think your depth is ridiculous. I think once we get out to fall camp and you see the depth along the defensive line, offensive line, running back, receivers, DBs, linebacker, we're going to sit here and ask ourselves a serious question. The very serious question, like, man, are we really and truly that back? Like, national contending every single year back, not just winning the West, like national contending. Now, I pause with this, and let me be cautious. I pause with this because as much as we know that's coming back, we do have question marks now. How is Harold Perkins going to play on the inside? How does Omar Spates look? What do you do with Greg Penn? Can you get, like, how does Mason Smith look now that he's coming back from an ACL? I mean, Mekhi Wingo has been a little banged up. Can you get Deshaun Womack up to speed? Can you get a predominant pass rush now that BJ Ojulari has left the building? Like, and I'm not talking about on third down. You're going to need to get a pass rush on first and second down too. And you got some talent on the back end. Look, can Sage Ryan finally put it all together? Denver Harris, can he stay out of trouble? And can he put it all together? Those are the questions that we have to get answered. But if you're going to make the argument for me right now, LSU 9.5, I'm with it. I'm so with it. You know what else kind of surprises me? You know what else kind of surprises me? As I sit here and look at it. Man, what's going on in Florida? 5.5. You know, I've been saying for a long time, I know a lot of you have as well, what's going on at Florida? See, when you have these, and I should have said this about LSU, I might come out here and tell you I think LSU gets 10 wins. So does Vegas. I might be biased about LSU. Vegas isn't. Sorry. That's some good water. So good. Let me say this. If Billy Napier goes 5-7 next year, he's fired. Right? Like, what y'all think in the comments? Answer me this question. If Billy Napier goes 5-7 next year in Gainesville, is he fired? Is he fired? Is Corey Raymond looking for a new job? Is Corey Raymond looking for a new job? Man, I just cannot see. I cannot see Florida going 5-7 next year and him not being gone. I mean, let me know what y'all think. I mean, Ryan Smith says, yeah. Kevin says he gone. He's got to be, man. He's got to be. I mean, because Florida is just too damn prideful. Too damn prideful. And look, I know a lot of you hate Florida. I don't like them bastards either. I don't like those bastards either. But they're good. When Florida's right, they're right now. You know that, and I know that. They're a tough team if they can get some things right. I just don't know if Graham Mertz and Billy Napier is the duo that, man, 5.5? How far has Florida really fallen? Are they one of the worst teams in the SEC? I mean, guys, their win projected total is legitimately one above Vandy, which, by the way, Vandy is at 3.5, and I've already bet that over. Like, I went to Bet Online and bet that over. Okay? I did it last year. Vandy's winning over 3.5. They're winning over 3.5. They did it last year. And you know who else they beat last year? Florida. Now, I don't know if Vandy can beat Florida this year in Ben Hill Griffin. I don't know if they can beat them this year in Ben Hill Griffin. It will be interesting to see if they can. Is Florida arguably the worst team in the SEC? Man. Couple more of these. I don't know what to make of the South Carolina one. I mean, they went 8-5 last year. They had a good run at the end. Maybe 6.5 feels good. Here's something that's interesting. A&M 7.5 wins. They sit there like clockwork. Don't they? Texas 8-4. Look, man, I'm just telling you. And really and truthfully, LSU fans, we don't really have any business saying that this can't happen. Look, we talked about this during the A&M week all week. I had 4 guests on that week. So the week that LSU, and Zach can remember this, the week that LSU played A&M, I got ripped alive by not ripped alive, but I got arguments, and some of the people in the comments ripped me alive saying, you better not sleep on A&M. You better not sleep on A&M. You better not sleep on A&M. The interesting thing about A&M, do I think that they're going to win the SEC West? Hell no. I do think they can go 8-4. Are you one of those 8 wins? Now, what's interesting, LSU just doesn't lose to A&M at home. They just don't. Like, LSU just does not lose to A&M at home. LSU's winning that game. But A&M's got some dudes now. Don't sleep on them. I will tell you this. If they can get to that 8-win mark, they can get to 9 wins with a bowl win. Look, Carter came on the show. And we talk about this stat all the time, right? Like teams that play back-to-back games. LSU is one of them. LSU's got back-to-back road game in the SEC, and so does Alabama. That second road game that Alabama plays on the road this year, guess where they go? Isn't it? Yeah, they go to A&M. I'm just going off of memory. Y'all can bean count me in the chat. They go to A&M, if I'm not mistaken. So, look, I don't like Jimbo's offense. Can Petrino do something? Look, we'll see.